Okay. What's up, everybody? So today's review will be on Patriots Day. So Patriots Day is about the Boston bombings that happened a couple years ago at the marathon. That's basically the plot. Like if you seen the news articles, if you watch the news, you be on the internet, you've heard about these bombings, and that's what the entire movie is about.
But yeah, the movie's is about it, but it's actually incredibly well done. I mean, I thought I was going to be sitting through, well, I hate to say like a boring movie,
Yeah.
but the way the movie actually went about portraying it, there's action, there's humor, there's suspense. They bring in all the aspects. I mean, they show in a whole bunch of random characters for that's what I thought at the time. It's just like, well, why do I care about this guy? Why do I care about
Yeah.
this guy? But then they bring it in. It's like, oh, everyone who they showed was involved in one way or another. Either they were someone who was taken out in a tragedy, or they aided in some way to support in capturing those two. So it was actually pretty fascinating. I mean, the whole movie was a roller coaster ride. You know the outcome, but it's just like, how did it get there? We wanted to see everything about him. I mean, it's just the panic, the heart-wrenching aspect. It was just an amazingly well done movie.
Yeah, and I thought the performances were real great. You have Mark Wahlberg as a as a cop. I think he's like a sergeant or something. He's getting off suspension. You have John Goodman, who's his boss. Kevin Bacon is a special agent at FBI who's basically in charge of the entire investigation, and they all do really good jobs. Because I know people were complaining because Mark Wahlberg's character is not real, but it's like, who cares? It's like, it's still a person that's in this situation. You don't need a real, you don't need a real person in order to make, us feel more about it. All this is real. All they did was just throw in an extra person and get his side of the story. Like, we getting everybody's side of the story.
Because you care for everyone. It's just
Exactly.
good to have one strong character that everyone connects to. Because in the situation, it's like impossible where everyone's scattered around to find someone that can correlate them all. It's easy to create one, but to create one so well, I mean, he had contact and was able to bring everything together. He may have been fictitious, but it made everything completely fit. And it just was amazingly done.
And like a lot of the scenes, like even though you know the outcome, it's still like suspenseful. Like there's a scene they grab somebody. It's like, okay, I know what's gonna happen, but what is going on? It's like, how's this person gonna get out of it? And that build up just leading to that moment. It's like my heart was just pounding. I'm at the edge of my seat. Like, dude, is he gonna get away? Is he gonna get away? It's like, dude, it's like you said, it's shot perfectly. Like the build up and everything is just great. Like the movie is not boring at all because I thought it was gonna be boring. There's a scene where there's like a big shootout, and I've heard people say, "Oh, some idiot like, oh, they're making a big budget action movie out of a tragedy." Like,
It's like that stuff actually happened.
I'm
I
like,
mean, it was literally like that for the cops who were there.
yeah, I'm like,
It's just,
where were you at when this happened? This actually was a big shootout. All this stuff happened. They're not doing it so they can, make some action movie. Like, in that case, bring in Michael Bay. You get what I'm saying, though, right?
but the movie was amazingly done. I mean, it was just, there was one aspect that I didn't know. I didn't know why Mark Wahlberg's character was on suspension. I didn't actually catch that. But other than that, I mean, the movie was amazing. Another thing I had issue with is I complained about it many times, the handheld cameras. It always bugs me, especially when you're just trying to get two people sitting on a back of a truck that's not moving. You can use a tripod for that. You don't need to hold the camera and have it shaking the entire time. Becomes very disorienting for people who are watching.
But what I what I did enjoy was before the credits started rolling, they had like the actual people that was involved in this tragedy, show them like what they're doing now. And what's really cool about this movie is like, after all this happened, like Boston really did get together, and none of this beat them. It's like they're still up. You got a woman, both her legs are blown off, and her boyfriend's leg is blown, husband leg is blown off, and they're both still doing marathons. So it's like showing them, the outcome to them, showing that they're real people, and that this didn't break them down to nothing. That was great. It's like, that was kind of like heartfelt, honestly.
Yeah, and it was like watching it and seeing the kids who knew about their friend who was doing these bombings and didn't report them. It's like
fucking idiot.
them getting sentenced. It was like, yeah, they better have gotten sentenced because so many people lost their lives because of their stupidity, their arrogance, their not wanting to come forward. It was like, what's that gonna do to you? I mean, just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Be honest. Even if it wasn't your friend, you could still come forward just in case.
Because you guilty by association. And because of that, now you're in jail. But anything else?
No, I think we're good. Movie's great. Amazing, amazing movie. Need to see it.
Yeah, I like
see it.
This is Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg's like third Parenting Day, Lone Survivor, based on a true story. Deepwater Horizon, based on a true story, not Patriots Day. And I think this is the best one. Yep, of their true story trilogy.
Yeah, normally the trilogies go downhill. This one just stayed flat then.
Yep. So definitely go see this movie. It's amazing. I still want to see it again, but I'm broke. So, yeah, shut up. So if you've seen Patriots Day, comment below, tell us what you think, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.
Toodles.